Hello everyone, my name is Eclipse and this is how you're going to blow up on social media pick a card reading. So for those of you who are new, this is a tarot channel, so I will be using tarot in order to figure out how you are going to improve your social media in order to build a bigger following. Very excited for this one. This was recommended by one of my subscribers and I thought this was amazing because social media somehow always pops up into my readings. There is definitely a collective that wants this reading, so I'm so excited. The painting today was also inspired by one of my subscribers. They specifically recommended a painting from Gustav Klimt. I am going to use that painting in another video, but all three paintings are Gustav Klimt paintings. So yes, you can either pick one of these three items, so 1, 2, 3, or you can skip ahead and pick a painting, and then you can go to that pile. Thank you. All right, if you picked this jewelry piece or this painting, this is your reading. Hello, pile 1. So looking at the things you picked, with these like circular flowy type things, like these spirals, I'm thinking of the Fibonacci sequence. So what I'm getting is you need to focus on the aesthetics of your videos or your photos. I'm not saying you need to look like Adriana Lima or some type of supermodel. I'm just saying that you need to pay attention to your lighting, the colors, what you're wearing, what the background is, harmony, you know, all sorts of things. Like just look put together, like the whole video should look put together. Also, these spirals and like her teardrops are making me think of the element of water. So you need to get into like a flow state when it comes to creating content. I don't want you to make content out of the necessity to make content, like, okay, I need to make content at 8 a.m. because this and this and that, and I'm going to do this and this and that. I don't want you to be too structured about your content. I want you to feel more inspired, feel more like in the moment when it comes to creating. Because creativity isn't something you're going to get out of structure. Creativity comes from a bit of chaos, a bit of free spiritness. You can also focus on meditating in order to get into this like flow state energy. Yeah, just being in the moment is quite important. Listening to your own intuition. Don't follow trends, listen to your own authenticity, your own intuition. I'm also hearing that you need to be more vulnerable when it comes to your content. Don't divorce your personality or your emotions or your thoughts and opinions from your content. These are the things that are going to make you unique and stand out. So if you've got a beautiful poem that is quite, you know, you wrote while you were heartbroken, you're free to like post that. Don't be afraid to be yourself in front of the camera. Also looking at her red, like cherry kind of lips, like it's like a dark brown red. So I'm also hearing like, don't be afraid to be bold. I feel like red lipstick is usually like a signal that the woman or the person who's wearing it is quite of it's a bold person, because that's a bold lipstick color. Don't be afraid to be bold, to make a statement. All right, let's see what your tarot cards have to say. How can pile 1 improve their social media for them to blow up or go viral? So this is also like whether or not you are a social media influencer, or you have a business you want to market, or maybe you're a social media marketer. This is just for that, some tips and guidance for you. Okay. I'm seeing there's a lot of fears surrounding posting. Like you might procrastinate posting. Like you have an idea, but then you never do it because you're afraid it's going to fail. You're afraid you're going to be judged. Lots of fears. You're afraid of evil eye even. You're afraid that people that you know in real life is going to talk behind your back. But you need to let go of these fears. I feel especially with this eclipse season, you need to not focus on manifesting, but focus on letting go of the things that are holding you back, all the obstacles that are holding you back from posting and posting authentically. Yeah, you need to become fearless. Well, not fearless, more like knowing that you have a fear, but going through it anyway. Having a goal and running towards that goal, no matter what. What else can Pile 1 do? Yeah, you have a lot of self-limiting beliefs when it comes to social media. You might even believe that, oh, I'm not good enough in order to become the next, I don't know, Charlie D'Amelio or whoever. You don't think you have the ability to gain millions and millions of followers. It's like you don't believe in the content that you're creating. And I think that you're not believing in your content because it's not coming from an authentic place. It's coming from a place of fear, a place of needing validation. Yeah. So you need to work on not wanting to impress someone on the internet. You need to work on, how am I going to impress myself? What content is going to make me happy? If you could make content and never post it, I want you to think this way. If you could make content and never post it, only make content because it's fun for you to make, what would that content be? And if you start thinking that way and then post it, obviously, I feel like you will get a lot more traction because people will start resonating with you. You will start believing in your content, so other people will start believing in your content. What other advice can you give for Pile 1? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of mountains, a lot of hurdles in your life. And you need to start embracing that. Because in any industry that you're going to go into, there are going to be obstacles. You're going to have to really work at it. You're going to really have to have the willpower to go through anything. So you need to start embracing the fact that, hey, there's an obstacle in front of me. There's this huge mountain. But guess what? I'm going to climb this mountain. I am going to jump over this obstacle. No matter what. And if I fail, I'm just going to try again. Yes. You need to be willing to embarrass yourself on the internet. Like constantly post until you figure it out. Because guess what? No one actually cares. No one cares. If you post something that didn't get a lot of traction, no one cares because no one saw it anyway. So who cares? And if someone is laughing at you, then they don't have a life of their own. They're clearly not doing well on social media anyway because they're just as afraid. So you need to be willing to embarrass yourself, to really put yourself out there until you figure it out. There is no such thing as an overnight success. This is a message that came through in a previous pile, in a previous reading. There's no such thing as an overnight success. It takes you about 10,000 hours to actually become a master at anything. These people that you see that blow up overnight, they have put a lot of work behind what they're doing. It's not easy. there's a lot of subconscious, subtle things that they put work into in order to blow up. It might look easy, but there's a lot of work behind the scenes. And yes, I do think social media is a much easier job than most other jobs. Like, I would never compare it to engineering or something in STEM, because you know, you have to study a lot, you have to work a lot, you have to make sure that everything is just perfect. In social media, you don't have to put that much time or energy into it, but there is a lot of other work that you have to do behind the scenes in order to become someone who other people want to follow. And you need to be willing to put in that work. Wow. You need to be willing to not only just improve the way your content looks, but improve yourself. Become someone that people want to follow. Okay. What other advice do you have for pile 1? 9 of Cups. You need to sit with yourself and figure out what you actually want from social media. Why are you posting? Do you want traction to your business, to your website? Do you want fame and fortune? Do you want to inspire people? What is it that you actually want? Because there are many reasons, and I feel like you're confused actually, because you don't have a set goal in mind. You kind of want to say, oh, I want to inspire people, but secretly you want to get fame. I want you to look within yourself and truly figure out, what do you want? Because if you don't have a set goal in mind, a set intention in mind when it comes to this, the universe is not going to know what to give you. Can I get more on this, please? Can I get more on this? A little bit of a clarification. Okay, this one jumped. Okay. Okay, I understand. Okay. You need to figure out whether or not this want and this need to be a social media influencer or to just blow up on social media is coming from a place of lack, a place of fear, or a place of love. You need to figure out, am I doing this because I just want validation? I want attention. I want people to see me. I want people to love me. Am I doing this because I want to prove to myself that I am worthy, that I'm lovable, that I am beautiful, that I'm skillful, that I'm whatever? Because if you're going from that mindset, like this fear mindset, you're not going to create content that is good, that people want to watch. People are going to smell that desperation. People are going to smell your fears. People are going to smell your codependent energy. So you need to figure that out. Whatever fear you have surrounding social media, surrounding, what the thing you feel like you're lacking in your life, and you need to heal that so that you can come into this sphere from a place of love, from the heart chakra, from actually loving what you're doing, actually loving the content that you're creating, actually loving inspiring people, actually loving influencing people, actually loving the product, the fashion, the whatever you're creating. Your focus should just be on the creation, not on the thing you're going to gain from that, not on the fame, not on the fortune. Wow. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like and subscribe and comment down below. Bye-bye. If you picked this crystal or this painting, this is your reading. Hello, pile 2. So looking at your painting first, there's a lot of symbolism here. I'm looking at the snake, and I think it's drinking something out the bowl. I'm immediately thinking Cleopatra. I don't know if this is a painting of Cleopatra, but it's reminding me of Cleopatra. So using your seductive powers. Yeah. So you might, I don't know what kind of content you're creating, but it is important for you to figure out the desires of the person that's watching your content. Like, what do they want? What do they need? Also giving an element of sexiness, flirtation. Eye contact is very important. So the way you look at the camera, the way you do your makeup, having just a little bit of an element of sexiness is important here. I also want you to look at how Cleopatra used her seduction in order to gain political power, because it's not just about being sexy, it's not just about the clothes you wear, it's also about the mind. It's also about what you do and what you say and how you say it. She had a very seductive voice, apparently. So maybe speaking and trying to find a way of speaking that is sultry, sexy, raspy, deep, high, I don't know. Yeah, seduction is definitely very important here. And if you look at the bigger picture, there's a lot of black and white people behind her. I feel like these are spirits, or these are other people talking about you, other people who are watching you. They all look quite sleepy. So you need to have a very, like a soft, flowy way of speaking, of showing imagery. Like, you know how ASMR videos are very good at making you tired because they speak in a certain way, they speak in a certain tone, they speak in a certain lilting way. It's like you're hypnotizing. You need to start like hypnotizing your audience. And this can be done through imagery, this can be done through sounds, through the music, through the way you move your body, very like snake-like, watery. Yes, this is a very seductive group. Yeah, you need to be in a state of being completely present in the moment. Like, you need to be in the zone. And what I mean is you need to be completely inspired by the thing you're doing at that moment. This is a lot of vague energy, but let's see what your tarot cards have to say. Oh, I didn't look at the crystal. You also need to look at money, monetization. I don't know if you are someone who gives financial advice. That could be a sign for you. Or you need to look at the platforms that you want to post and the monetization things on that platforms. Like, do you want to be on this platform because it is going to give you good exposure, but is it going to give you money? You need to be careful about your money. You need to be careful about who is sponsoring you. You need to look into that. You also need to heal your mindset when it comes to money. Like, not have limiting beliefs when it comes to money. But let's see what your tarot cards have to say. For pile 2. Okay, yeah, definitely money. Let's see. So that's just a general info card. Can I get some more clarifiers? Okay, I feel like you might be overthinking this sexiness, this loving energy, this magnetic energy. You're like, but I'm not seductive, I'm not magnetic. What do you mean? Do I need to like overdo it? Like, don't overdo it, first of all. Don't be like, I look so good. You know, those, you're like, don't overdo the seduction is what I'm hearing. Don't overcompensate. Being seductive is more an energy than it is about doing something physical with the eyes or physical with the body. It's not as stylized or structured as people might think it is. Like I see a lot of these videos talking about, yeah, you need to give siren eyes or you need to give doe eyes and you need to move in a certain, it's not really about that. It's, if you start thinking in that way, it's going to look like you're trying too hard. It's going to look like bad acting. You need to instead be in a state of, my heart chakra is open, my sacral chakra is open, and I am in the moment, and I'm loving the moment. I am seduced by the world around me. I am seduced by this camera. I feel a pleasure at the moment. You need to start getting in tune with your own pleasure, like being grateful for the things that you have, and not just eating, but like really tasting your food, being more sensual. Yeah, you know? So that's the kind of energy you need to start thinking about. You need to start becoming conscious of, not overdoing your sexiness. And not overthinking it either. Because if you overthink it, people can see it. Yeah. Also, you need to work on your anxiety as well when it comes to being in front of a camera. And the way you do this is becoming grounded, becoming rooted in the things that you are saying or the things that you are doing, or the creativity, whatever the creation is. Like, instead of focusing, oh, how do I look? You need to think, what am I saying? What is the thing that I'm creating at the moment? What is that? You need to start thinking about that. Stop thinking about yourself and how you are being presented into the world. And manifestation is also very important here. But don't manifest at the moment. It's eclipse season. So I would never recommend you manifesting in the eclipse season. It's going to become chaos. So rather wait for the eclipse season to be over and start doing daily affirmations like, I am magnetic. My heart chakra is open. I am beautiful. I am this. I am that. I am successful. You can also do this in front of a mirror. This helps a lot. Also doing it right before you go to bed or right when you woke up. Yes, I'm also hearing you need to be inspired by that dreamy state, by your REM sleep. Maybe you have vivid dreams. You need to write down those dreams. You need to wake up in the morning and have a dream journal. This is going to help your creativity a lot. Let's see what else I can get for you. What other advice do you have for pile 2? Yeah, definitely Lord of pleasure. You need to heal your own pleasure. This can mean the thing that you're thinking about, or it can just be simple things like eating strawberries, going out in the sun, wearing something that you really enjoy wearing. Small little pleasurable moments. Also, to not be addicted to scrolling, because scrolling gives you, like if you scroll on TikTok or Instagram, even YouTube sometimes, it's giving you like these short little dopamine hits, and instead of you actually being in a state of pleasure, you become anxious. I find that I become anxious if I'm scrolling too long. You need to, instead of using TikTok or Instagram scrolling as a source of pleasure, as a source of rest, you need to do something else. Maybe read a book, go outside, do some exercise, go talk to someone. Finding something that gives you a long-term type of dopamine, serotonin boost. I don't know the exact terminology. I'm not a scientist, but I think you know what I mean. let's see what else I can get for you. Your Kundalini is also very important. So accessing, so you need to recharge and reharmonize your chakras. You also need to, once again, addiction is coming up. You need to be aware of your addiction of scrolling or other addictions that you might have. You need to heal that, because that is not a source of pleasure anymore. It's becoming a source of anxiety, a source of almost enslavement to that thing. You should never feel that you need something desperately. That's not a good sign. That could be with anything, to be honest. And realizing that these obsessions, these addictions are all in your head. I don't think there's anything. To me, there's no such thing as an addictive personality. There is only what you think you're addicted to. You told your brain, I am addicted to this thing. But you can untrain your brain. You can rewire your brain to not be addicted to that thing. So really delving deep into your subconscious, into your limiting beliefs, and rewriting them. I think that's why they was talking about the moments right before you wake up, and the moments right after you wake up, and the right moments right before you go to sleep, because those are times when you can really alter your subconscious mind. So you need to delve deep. I feel like you need to go into deep states of meditation as well, in order to figure out what your limiting beliefs are, so that you can rewire them. Yeah. Another thing is you need to just also have a good schedule when it comes to posting your content, not just doing it sporadically, not just having a lot of content one day and then you don't post again for weeks. I think you need to have certain days where you're like, okay, today is my day that I'm creating content. Okay, and on Mondays and Wednesdays, I post that content. And whatever, you need to just have a certain schedule, like treat it like it's a job, treat it like you have a deadline, like it's some sort of school assignment, just so that you can get some structure and discipline into your life as well. But that is your reading. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up and subscribe and comment down below. Thank you. If you chose this painting or this star, this is your reading. Hello. So I'm first going to look at your little ornament. This is a Christmas tree ornament from Dior. This is not sponsored, by the way. And even if you look at the gold pieces, it's actually a map of the stars as well. So I feel like you need to look at your natal chart, your zodiac natal chart, and use that in order to better your social media. So you can look at your 10th house, your 11th house. For some of you, Venus is also going to play an important part in this. Look at the planets, look at the zodiac signs, look at the aspects they're making. That's really going to help you create your brand, create who you are on social media, and it's going to help you go viral. Definitely. I'm also seeing flowers within the star. So floral patterns might be important for some of you. That's only for some of you. Like maybe flowers in the video, in the photo, or getting out in nature and creating content. Yeah, that's for some of you. Also maybe grounding yourself in nature, going outside, and just instead of being anxious and having all these thoughts in your head of like, I need to do this, I need to do that, and is this okay, and blah 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 blah, just go outside, ground yourself, let all those worries go into the ground. That's popping up too. And your painting, there's a lot of eyes in her dress. So there's a lot of eyes on you, whether or not you know this. people are watching you. The people that are already aware of your channel, aware of your page, they want to know what's happening next. They are a bit like already your fans, whether you know this or not. I'm hearing beware of evil eye. So protect yourself against evil eye, because anyone who's on social media needs to do this anyway. But when you have a lot of people watching you that are jealous, that are envious, they're going to send you evil eye, and this can affect your energy. So you need to just protect all your posts, actually. Maybe start wearing a nazar, that's an evil eye, or just setting the intention that this post is protected from evil eye. Also using your third eye in order to help you create content. So using your intuition, using different energies, different formats, different niches, and blending them together. Because I'm looking at like the squares and like all the circle spirally things, and they're like blended together. So like not just being, let's say, a beauty channel where you do makeup, but maybe you give advice at the same time. Or I've seen those videos where they do their makeup and they're like telling stories, like story times and all these types of things. So you can blend different niches together. Don't be afraid to do that. You don't have to be like everyone else. You can really do something unique and creative when it comes to your social media. Also looking at her face, she looks very serene and divine. She's not using her facial expressions too much. So giving off this energy of like being a stoic, like being relaxed, not using your emotions to feel your social media. Like, you know how on Pinterest, they all have like this, I call it Pinterest face. It's like this blank, expressionless face that's very beautiful, so that you focus more on the content, you focus more on the entire thing and not just her facial expression. So look into that. So you don't need to have like a certain gaze or a certain emotion in your content, basically. You can, obviously, but giving off a more serene, divine type vibe will help you a lot, even if you are talking about emotional stuff. I'm thinking Lana Del Rey, the way she always looks like she's thinking, she gives off this aesthetic vibe. Like, watch Lana Del Rey videos, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, let's see what your cards have to say. How can pile 3 improve their social media in order to blow up? Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. Working on your solar plexus is important. Working on your magnetic energy. I want you to search up online how to become more magnetic, how to give off celebrity energy. It's a very specific thing that you're going to have to research. But focusing on your solar plexus is going to help you a lot. Using your your creative energy is very important. You need to make sure that you're always in a creative state when you're making content. Not following the crowd. Also, now I'm hearing, I don't chase, I attract. That's why it's so important for you to have like this blank expression, this almost I don't care expression, because you are attracting people to you. You are making other people have big emotions. They're going to project their fantasies and they're going to project a lot onto you. And it's going to be good or bad, but it's a good thing because a lot of stars do have Like, so a lot of celebrities do have like this energy where anyone can put any expression or any idea onto them, because they are just like almost like a blank canvas on their face. The way they show their emotions is very subtle. Yeah. Also, not being afraid of going after, like, you know, I need you to start thinking, I am a social media influencer. I am viral on TikTok. I am. Like, you need to really believe this, really cement it into your brain that you are this thing, not being afraid and just going after it. Taking divine action, divinely inspired action is also important. Hearing you're going to have a lot of ideas, and you need to not let those ideas die. You need to implement them into your content. You need to, as soon as you have an idea, write it down and do it. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of ideas. You might already have a lot of ideas, and you're like, maybe this isn't good enough, or maybe this is a bit silly. No, do it. You are getting these ideas for a reason. There's no such thing as a bad idea. Okay? There's this quote, don't let your ideas die a stillborn death. What else? Pile 3. Okay, that's a lot, but let's see. Have you guys noticed that you're only getting court cards so far, like Queen, Knight, King, Queen? So this is more about your energy and your power and your influence. It isn't about you needing to go through certain adventures or whatever. It's about you focusing on your energy, who you are at your core, how you can influence, and what your powers actually are. Yeah, using the divine definitely to help you, to inspire you. Okay, so I'm hearing the way I said don't use your emotions to fuel your content. I'm hearing that the way I said it was wrong. It might be interpreted wrong. So I'm hearing, yes, use your emotions to inspire you, to, you know, get you in a certain energy, but don't show those emotions on your face. Don't let them know what you're thinking or feeling, but use your emotions to drive the creativity. So whether you're sad, you're in love, you're angry, use those emotions. It's going to help you a lot. I hope you guys understand what I just said. Leave them wanting more. Don't give all your cards in one post. Like, let's say you help people do something, like you're like a how-to guy kind of page. Don't give all the information in one video. Give a little bit of information, like give them a little bit of a teaser, but then help them come to your page so that they can search for more. Leave them wanting more. Don't give all your cards away. Don't show them the entire thing. Give them tidbits of information. I'm hearing love what you do. So don't create content that you don't love. If it's not coming from a place from love, then it's not worth it. It's not authentic. Yeah, I'm really hearing go, go, go. This is the time. Go. Like post, post, post. You're pretty much on the precipice of going viral. So just keep on posting. Go, 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 go. You can also use like your past failures as a means of learning. So instead of like seeing, oh, this post flopped, oh, this page, I'm not getting any traction. Like using that as a way of like, okay, what did I do wrong? Let's figure this out. Oh, I could have done this better. Oh, I could have been more clear in my intro. Oh, I could have used better lighting. Blah, blah, blah. Use it as a means to learn. Failure is only an opportunity to become successful. It's an opportunity to learn. So it's not failure. Failure is never a real failure. Failure is only a failure when you gave up afterwards. Yeah, I do see you becoming successful quite soon. This is like on the horizon for you. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor very soon. But don't let this get to your head. Like, I'm telling you this to give you some hope, but give you some confirmation, but now detach from that and keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. What else can we get for my pile 3? Okay. You got 3 of the queens. Very divine feminine energy coming here. You need to be willing to transform yourself. You need to be willing to adapt to new things. Ego death is very important here. But yeah, you already manifested everything you want out of social media. Now you just need to put in the work. Now you just need to follow your intuition and do what you're guided to do. The numbers, the people, they are coming. You don't have to worry about that. But you just need to put in the work is what I'm hearing. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe and comment down below. Thank you.